Welcome back to Social Sciences class, all young minds. In this video, we are going to come across some other aspects related to Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution, morning 1905 revolution we came across. After the 1905 revolution, there was another revolution in 1917. Before this, during this period, that is before 1917 and after 1905, during this period, the period between 1905 and 1917, there emerged two strong political wings. Of course, several other political parties are also there, but the two were very influential and had good support from the people. One is Menshevik Party, led by Alexander Kerensky, and another is Bolshevik Party. Two parties. Menshevik Party, Bolshevik Party. Bolshevik and Menshevik. Bolshevik Party led by Alexander Vladimir Yanov. Who is this Vladimir Yanov? He is called as Lenin or popular as Lenin around the world, who is a communist and socialist leader who followed the ideology of Karl Marx. Menshevik Party was led by Alexander Kerensky, and Bolshevik Party was led by Vladimir Ilyich Vladimir Ilyich who is popularly called as Lenin. So Menshevik Party led by Alexander Kerensky and Bolshevik Party led by Vladimir Ilyich, who is popularly called as Lenin. Right. These two leaders were having great influence upon the people. What is the difference between Menshevik Party's ideology and Bolshevik Party ideology? Both followed socialistic principles solely, advocated by Karl Marx. Here, that is class struggle. That means one class have to struggle to get itself free from the control of other class. Here, feudal lords are controlling the serfs and so on. But what is the basic difference between Menshevik and Bolshevik is approach towards socialism. Mensheviks are moderate. Means they believe in the gradual change. Means an infant becoming a boy becoming a youth becoming a middle-aged becoming aged. This is a gradual growth. So the party have to grow. The philosophy of socialism have to grow gradually, and one day entire people comes under the influence of socialism, and automatically the rulers will get changed. A socialistic rule will come. No need of using any force. Was the belief of Menshevik Party and followers of Alexander Kerensky. But this Bolshevik Party followed the radical way, that is militant attacks. Only by militant attacks, the immediate change they want, and to get that immediate change they believed in the military power and militant attacks on the feudal lords and landlords and so on. So this is what basic difference between Menshevik Party and Bolshevik Party. So these people, Octobrists are Bolsheviks, cadets. The Menshevik Party is called cadets. They are called cadets. They both are a part of that Duma. Duma is the National Assembly or Parliament of Russia. So in 1917, what happened before we know that what happened in 1917, why there was a protest which turned into a revolution in the March or February according to Russian history, Russian calendar, and according to international calendar it is March, right? What happened, how it erupted, these all things before we go. Let us know some facts about Russia before World War I. It was a very large, it was the largest country in the world. It possessed the largest army before World War I than any other country. But it leading country in army strength, military strength. Number of soldiers are more. But modern war equipment to compared to other countries is not that much. Right? So what happened is beg your pardon. Nicholas II's rule in the previous video I said up to 1912 and up to 1917 and by now up to 1917 July, Nicholas II was ruling Russia. 1912 why I gave a wrong interpretation in the previous video is that is Manchu dynasty which ruled China. That also will come in our history in the coming days. Next chapter, second chapter, right? When we come across Manchu dynasty, he will be ruling China up to 1912. But here, Tsars ruled up to 1917. Please keep in mind. Make a correction. I beg your pardon. Right. Just now I recollected what was given by me in the previous video. Make a correction. If you did write that Nicholas II ruled up to 1912, make a correction. It is up to 1917. July. In July, he got executed by the revolutionaries. That's a different story. Right. Before World War I, Russia was having the largest army, and this Russia was the worst sufferer of the World War I. Almost 20 million lives got lost in the World War I belonging to Russia. Either it may be on the army front or on the civilian front. Civilian means the ordinary common people. Many of you have a notion that if war occurs, only soldiers will die. No problem, we have to go for a war against China, Pakistan, XYZ we feel. But remember, war not only takes away the lives of army personnel, defense personnel, PERSONNEL. So the crew, not only defense personnel, but also civilians also will be facing their loss of life. Put together, the largest loss of life is happened in Russia only. 2 million, 20 lakhs of people got killed in the war. So, worst rate loss. Unable to continue this same thing. The ruler of Russia, Nicholas II, suddenly got withdrawn from the war. Not only because of this, not by seeing the loss of life. There are other causes for the decision of Nicholas II to withdraw from World War I in 1917 by making a treaty with Germany. I already said it made a treaty in December 1917 with Germany after a revival of communist government that according to the treaty, Brest-Litovsk treaty, gave 6 states to Germany. What pressurized this Nicholas II to withdraw? Nicholas II did not withdraw the army from war. Communist Bolsheviks withdrew the army from the war. Nicholas II continued the war. Beg your pardon, he continued the war. When he is continuing the war, it is the largest army. All the food material in the country, they used to, whatever is available in the country, they used to supply to the army only, who are busy in war. And it is at the cost of the common people, because all the ration, that is whatever the food grains are there, they are supplied to the army. There is shortage of food grains within the country. Poor, most of the people who are in the society are poor. They are serfs and workers, industrial workers. Here and there some industries are there. So, in 1917 March, what happened? There was small incident occurred. Big revolutions or big wars emerges out from the small incidents only. We have to understand. Even World War I caused immediate causes between two small countries in Europe, but that flame turned into a big flame and burned the entire world. Here in L'Orange factory, a telephone making factory, L'Orange factory, one of a woman who got moved by seeing the sufferings of fellow women in the country, where women they don't have food, they don't have, but if they can't feed their children, the mother's heart will be very panic. And this is the pain which haunted every mother in Russia, and of course she is also a mother, where they did not get sufficient food to give to feed their children at least. And her name is Marfa Vasileva. Marfa Vasileva. Marfa Vasileva. Marfa Vasileva. Marfa Vasileva. To easily remember, Marfa Vasileva, simple aspect to remember the name. Ma, mother, Ma, father, Pa, Marfa, 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 Vasileva, Vasileva. Right, it is the easy way to remember the lady's name. She is a telephone operator, the operator in that particular telephone manufacturing company, L'Orange company. Suddenly on 8th March, she sat on a strike protesting the government demanding a piece of bread and peace. Peace means what is the peace? Demanding the Nicholas II government to take back their army from the warfield. But Nicholas II is feeling that if they take back, their prestige will be damaged. Their image and their prestige will be getting damaged. That's why he told what. But people suffering with hunger are not considered by Mr. Nicholas II. Hunger of the people is not taken into consideration. So now what happened? This lady sat on a strike during the lunch hour. She did not bring any food and she went on a strike. Fellow workers came running to her and they appealed her, please have some food, we will get each a piece to you. But she refused. It's not me. This protest of me is on behalf of all the Russians, mostly women community. That is the 8th March Nana, when she went on a hunger strike in L'Orange telephone factory. 8th March, International Women's Day. According to what? According to international calendar. According to Russian calendar, it is 25th February. Right. So, keeping in view international calendar, she took up that fasting. So, because she wanted to bring to the light the problems of women in Russia to the world. Right. So, she sat. Fellow workers came, male, female came. But she said, no, I am not going to take it. They informed the foreman, supervisor came, manager came, supervisor came. They brought a loaf of bread to her, but she denied. If you can give the loaf of bread to all mothers in the country, then I will withdraw from this hunger strike, she said. Then the fellow workers realized and they too stopped taking their food. They all left their work, they started moving into streets. And this was learned by, or this came to know, the people came to know to the people in and around Pittsburgh, industries in Pittsburgh. They all came into the streets supporting her and these mill workers, L'Orange factory workers. Almost like 10,000 mob started protesting in the capital city, St. Pittsburgh. that is moving in rally. You see people going in rallies in when political parties give a call for protest. So they were rallying one after the streets. What are the demand? Peace and a piece of bread. What is the demand of this, for the people who are protesting in the government? Peace, calmness, tranquility, and piece of bread. So they are demanding the government to bring peace and to give piece of bread to everyone. If you make peace will be available when we withdraw from the war. And we want peace. If we withdraw our army from the war, naturally, whatever you are supplying to the army in excess, that will be stopped and that you can distribute to all the people. So, when this happened, the Nicholas II's ego got hurt. Are bloody fellows, you raise your voice against me? He asked for the soldiers to go and attack these protesters and kill and shoot by opening fire on them. Instead of the orders given by the Nicholas II, even though orders were given, these people, soldiers, did not do that. They joined the protesters. What happened? Why they joined the protesters? They joined the protesters because they got frustrated and vexed up with the wars. 1905 they lost. 1917 Germany is coming into the country. They could not stop Germany coming into the country. So because Russia is not having the latest warfare, war equipment, and he is asking to fight. Who got frustrated with this? The soldiers who did not open fire upon the common people, they joined the people. And now, by listening this, even army giving support to the common people, there were protests, similar protests in all parts of Russia by next day, by 9th March. Even industrial workers were supported by agricultural peasants who are called serfs. In rural Russia also, protests started against Nicholas II, demanding peace and a piece of bread to all. In this way, all the people came into the streets and revolution was going on in an anonymous way and midway, and it was very dynamic where Nicholas II found to stop it. He tried to escape, but he was caught by the people. And in the month of July, he got executed. Executed means hanged by the people. Right. After this, what happened is there came a provisional government led by Alexander Kerensky. Alexander Kerensky promised them, whom the people of Russia, that he will bring back peace by withdrawing from the war, and he will supply required bread to all. But he failed to do it. In the name of prestige and image of the country, he continued the war. For 6 months, March to October, April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months or 7 months people were silent. But meanwhile, Bolshevik party got a good cause to strengthen itself and make the people rally along with it. Why? Because it made very clearly certain principles which it is going to implement if it come into power. It promised peace to the soldiers. If it come into power, it will get withdraw army from warfare. First one. It promised piece of bread to women. It promised distribution of land to the peasant serfs. But it promised building a strong nation like Germany, militarily, economically. And it promised the nationalization of agriculture and industries and so on, banks and so on. So, when these are promises made by Bolshevik party, people who got vexed up with the Nicholas II's rule and 6 months rule of Kerensky, they started joining the Bolshevik party. to make the Bolshevik party deep rooted, means to go make it to go into the ground level, that villages and every street. They formed Soviets. Soviets means unions. Got it? Soviet is a body, council we can call. That's all the people who will be having the same profession, they will be joining. Every profession had council. Soldiers have a Soviet, peasants have Soviet, industrial workers had Soviet, women have Soviet. In this way, Soviets, that is councils, were formed peasant councils, soldier councils, women councils, workers councils. They got formed around the country called Russia. In this way, it got deep rooted. The Bolshevik party strengthened its roots among the masses in Russia. So when they believed strongly that they got all the required strength, means almost 80% of people are there at their back. At an opportune time, that is according to international calendar, on 7th November, they attempted a coup, C-O-U-P, coup. You will be coming across this word again in history, C-O-U-P, coup. Please remember, C-O-U-P, coup. C-O-U-P, coup is an armed rebellion. Coup means an armed rebellion. Revolting against the government with weapons is called coup. But any political party or political organization using weapons, revolting against the government and trying to steal the power by throwing down the ruler with the military strength is called coup. Generally, military will be doing. Pakistan faced this coup many times. Means many times military rulers became the rulers by throwing down the people elected leaders like Zulfikar Ali Bhutto or Sharif, or Benazir Bhutto. The leaders were thrown out and army takes the control of the administration by resorting to a coup, armed rebellion. Their army is doing, but here the people who picked up arms against them, even soldiers joined the councils. So these people started attacking the public offices under the leadership of Lenin, Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, and also Trotsky, another leader of Communist Party or Bolshevik Party of Russia. Trotsky and Lenin led the mobs, and finally they were successful in occupying all the government offices. Government radio got captured, and the government media got captured, and all offices got captured by Bolsheviks, because 80% of people are Bolsheviks only now in Russia. Only 20% that are rich are in favor of Nicholas II, and the certain size of army is there with them, which is called White Army. The name of army that supported Nicholas II is White Army. Why? Because this Nicholas II got support from Western countries who are against communism, who are supporters of capitalism, like England, France, and Western Europe, who supported capitalism. They started supporting Nicholas II and his White Army. So he said 1917 to 1922. Now this is because even after 1917 November 7th revolution, after that coup, Bolshevik Party was successful in capturing all the government offices and made Kerensky to run out of the country, Alexander Kerensky. Alexander Kerensky, when he was made to run out, the power was taken by Lenin, became the president of Russia, and this Trotsky became prime minister of Russia. New government, Bolshevik government came, and it tried to implement whatever the promises it made before the revolution to the people. But with the support of the Western countries, the supports of world monarchy, that is, that supports of Nicholas II. Of course, Nicholas II is not there, but they want that Nicholas II's son to become the emperor. Those people who are called White Army started fighting against the Red Army. Red Army is Bolshevik Party army, and there was a constant conflict between these two for almost up to 1920. constant fight was there, and finally Red Army got success over the White Army. So this is the story of Russian Revolution. In 1922, by December 30th, there emerged USSR. What is this USSR? And so on. Aftermath conditions after revolution, we are going to see next video. See you all. Thank you.